This segment brought to you by Kansas Corn. Learn more at kscorn.com.
Good Wednesday morning. I'm Deb Goodrich. Welcome to Around Kansas. Well, the other morning I picked up an extra copy of True West magazine. This copy is on sale through July 7th, I believe, so run out and get it if you don't have a subscription and haven't picked one up already. I usually end up with one or two of all of these. So one for reference, one to read and wear out, one to pass along to a friend. You know, you just can't have enough copies. The other day I told y'all about helping cousin Bob Boze Bell research an article and find some pictures. This is said article, One Man Knew. And this is about Dr. Loring Minor and reporting the 1918 flu epidemic in Kansas. So, yeah, that's one of Bob's just daily amazing paintings that he does. Goes home for lunch and just turns that out. Bob's home was recently threatened by the fires in Arizona, so we want to send out Bob and his lovely wife our best wishes. Man, a lot of destruction in his area, and a lot of folks in Kansas know what that's like, so we want to send our best wishes to Bob. I want to point out another feature that you'll be real interested in this particular issue, and that is one of my favorite sections, and this is the interview in the back, and this is with Paul Hedren, and Paul Hedren is a dear friend from Omaha. He is a retired National Park Service historian, and of course the crew of the National Park Service is absolutely amazing, and Paul is certainly no exception. He is an outstanding historian. Much of what he covers, of course, touches on Kansas and Nebraska. We got a great neighbor up there, so we don't mind promoting them one bit. And that's just a great little feature. And Paul had a book come out a couple of years ago on the Sioux Indian Wars, and the regimental actually from Kansas. So that's a great piece of the story. Okay, one of my favorite features in this is also the quotes up front, Truth Be Known, compiled by Robert Ray. I love this quote because no matter who the politician is, let's face it, people, we're always criticizing them. If one morning I walked on top of the water across the Potomac River, the headline that afternoon would read, President Can't Swim. Now, I reckon which president said that. Well, I suppose it could have been any one of them, couldn't it? But it happened to be Lyndon Baines Johnson. Bless his heart. He had a really hard time. So something else I want to pass along to you, our friends in historic Lecompton, and you just can't go to Lecompton often enough, have a new exhibit at the Territorial Capitol Museum, and that is about football. So Buddy Kellum, who was in the Lecompton High School class of 1970, later played for the Pittsburgh Steelers and was on the Super Bowl team that won Super Bowls 9 and 10, I believe. And he's donated a lot of stuff to the museum, and so what a great exhibit. So make sure you get over there and check that out. Great stuff coming up today. As usual, there's a lot going on around Kansas. I'll be right back.
In 1821, a trade route was opened from Missouri in the United States across prairies and mountains to Mexico. In 2021, we will mark 200 years of epic conflicts and grand adventures, larger-than-life personalities, and sweeping landscapes. Join us on an historic journey. The Santa Fe Trail lives on.
Find us on social media or santafetrail.org.
Okay, looks like it's time for our tour. Welcome to the Fort Wallace Museum. Here at the museum, you're going to find some really interesting stuff, like our replica stagecoach from the Butterfield Overland Dispatch. We've got facades from the fort buildings. We've got an 1870s flag. There's a plesiosaur that was discovered locally. We've got the Ray pump organ collection. We're a little bitty place with a great big story, and we'd love to have you.